Mom again. I will show you again.
Okay.
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you.
How's everything?
Not too bad, not too bad.
You ready for
Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fishing Catalina tomorrow.
Oh, are you gonna go over on the Express?
No, I'm on a friend's boat.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I think I got 400 baits poured right now.
Oh my God. Nice one. They're beautiful, man. Keep it up.
Well, I got a pink crawdad on the big rod, just dead sticking it to see if I can get something.
Cool. All right, good luck. I'm gonna set up here.
Yeah, man, you brought the fog out.
I know, what the heck? It's me?
Yeah,
It's my fault?
Oh, it just seemed to come up when you came out.
I'll see if I can make it go away. All right, there we go.
Folks, so here's another addition to Calstar news, big news. So you guys all know that there's been a lot of changes, but these are 3 new models. This is a T95J, a BT95J, and a BTG95J. So on the surface, it seems like they just changed the length, but they are actually different. You know, it's a rod that is, you know, a little more power than a 90J, not as overbearing as the 100J. It is going to be one of the more popular rods this summer. If you guys get down to the PCS show this year, they are kind of debuting them there. I got a couple here, and don't call me and say how much are they, how can I get them for? These are kind of reserved for the show, but there's going to be a bunch available there. So call down to your local dealer.
All right, good to see David down here from Davy's Lures. He'll be here with some great stuff for you all on February the 23rd. You're not going to want to miss that. Hey, we've got a lot to talk about. Royal Polaris all over the wahoo. Of course, we're getting together here on February the 23rd. That's going to be a lot of fun for our surf fishing event, and you are invited. We're going to be watching the local halibut situation to see what's going on there. And of course, there's been sculpin, whitefish. And this very morning, we dropped another video. It's our adventure to Catalina Island, but it's not what you think. We actually jumped on board the Catalina Express, went over, walked down to Pebbly Beach, and limited out on sculpin and whitefish. Don't miss that video. It's up for you right now. All right, so much more to get into here this morning. You know what time it is? It is time for me to set up for the MB. So let me do that. I'll be back in a moment. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, good morning, my dear friends. I think David's right. I brought the fog here. Man, he's rubbing that in on me. It's kind of cold here right now, but I got to tell you, our event here on Sunday is forecast to be, at least for wintertime standards, kind of warm, sunny, beautiful. It's supposed to be a high of 74 degrees that day, so it sounds like it's going to be gorgeous. Man, I can see all kinds of fish in our future. Somebody's going to get a big halibut. Hey, speaking of fish, you think Davy's going to catch a fish back there? Let's put his over-under at 2 during the morning briefing. Will he catch more than 2 fish or less than 2 fish? Hey, you know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Hey, where the heck my log go? Oh, there it is, way down there, I think. I had a log where I was putting my coffee. I'll put it down here and promptly lose it very, very soon. Don't forget, hit that like button. We deeply appreciate that. Share these videos with a friend, but share them everywhere. We really, really appreciate all the help that you give us. It means the world to us. subscribe to the Freeman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. And you can follow us over there on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. All right, so much to get into with you also. Let's get into it right now because, man, there's so much fishing to be had, and it's wintertime. Can you imagine how good it's going to get? You know, I'm still intrigued by that fish, bluefin and yellowfin, mostly bluefin right now, that's down there at 200 miles below the border. That is something I think we're going to be all over on our 5-day trip on board the Independence coming up in April. That's going to be a lot of fun, and there's still room on that trip. If you'd like to join us, make sure you drop by the Independence booth at the PCS show and visit with Paulina. She's great. You can sign up for that trip right then and there. And how about Robert Graber's grandson to bring us in to the morning briefing this morning? Robert, I know you're watching because you are an awesome fan of Freeman Adventures, and you are out there making the world a better place and getting your grandson hooked on the great outdoors at 3 years of age. Man, that is absolutely fantastic. We need more of that. All right, let's talk about Mexico Lindo. We're going to head to Mexico down to Cabo San Lucas, talk a little bit about what's going on there. There's a pretty good shot at yellowfin tuna. I mean, your chances are good if you get offshore 20, 25 miles, find a porpoise, or I should say dolphin pot, and when you locate that, you got a very good chance of coming up with some, you know, yellowfin that are 15 to 30, 40 pounds, but every once in a while, you'll get one up over 100 pounds. There's some yellowtail and amberjack floating around there. Also in the inshore region, some smaller rooster fish. In Loreto, we're seeing some really good yellowtail action go on there. It has been absolutely fantastic. Same thing in Mulahay. There's great yellowtail action going on. And as we move up the Baja Peninsula to San Quintin, that's located 140 miles below the border. We've seen some good hits on the yellowtail at time on the yo-yo iron and copious amounts of colorful and great eating rockfish. That's been the name of the game there. Also in Ensenada, only 70 miles below the border, we continue to see excellent fishing going on for rockfish. It's been prolific. Big lings and some nice reds and boccaccio and sheephead and whitefish, you name it, they've been catching it. It's been really, really excellent fishing there. So again, Ensenada going well. And there's the halibut fishing that's been going on. Primero Dios, God first, sport fishing. They've been all over that. And we've also seen, you know, a few bass here and there. Some guys down there in Ensenada like to focus in on sand and calico bass. Even in the wintertime, you can come up with that. But mostly it's the rockfish. And I should add, there is the chance of a bird school of yellowtail popping up around Todos Santos Island or out there near Punta Banda. So there is a possibility. You're going to keep your eyes open. You see those birds hitting the water, your captain, your panguero, is going to haul butt over there, and you better be ready with an iron because, man, you get 1 or 2 shots at that, and you got to cash in on it. Some bigger bonito also running around there. And I kind of jumped over Punta Colinet. That's 120 miles below the border. There's great rock fishing going on there. You could drive there and go with a panguero, but many guys like to jump on the San Diego-based sport boats on day-and-a-half trips and go down there, and you'll cream the rockfish. Big lings, beautiful reds. It's fantastic. 120 miles below the border. Also a possibility, although we have not seen it yet this year, of a yellowtail or two. And there's been years where we've really put the hurt on the yellows down there. So keeping our eyes on that for you all very, very closely, and we will continue to do that as we watch Mexico for you. All right, let's go long range now. And the long range scene, still very good. The Royal Polaris focused the last couple days, I should say day and a half. Previous to yesterday, they fished all day long on the wahoo and had great wahoo fishing with a little bit of yellowfin tuna mixed in. Yesterday morning, they were on the who again on board the Royal Polaris, and now they are off taking a look for some yellowfin. I believe they're traveling, trying to find some yellowfin. They fished in the morning, and then they were going to make a big move, bust a big move, so we'll see how they do. They're having a great trip. These are 16-day trips that they are currently running out of San Diego. You travel literally for 3 days down the gorgeous Baja Peninsula, about a 1,000-mile run until you get into these prolific, pristine fishing areas where you're catching wahoo and big yellowfin tuna. Again, a lot of that yellowfin, most of that yellowfin up over 100 pounds. Some of it gets up over 200 pounds. We call those cows. Some of it will get up to 300 pounds and above. We call those super cows. It's been a great trip on the RP, and they're off looking at something new this morning. So who knows? That water does not feel that cold to me. So who knows? Although I don't see David catching anything yet. That over-under is still at 2. Well, I wonder how that's going to work out. We're going to continue to watch him very closely and see how that all shakes out here this morning. So there you have it. Long range, pretty darn good. Let's get you up in good old USA and see what's going on up here. And again, rockfish season here in SoCal is closed right now. So you are going to have to wait until April the 1st on that. You can catch, however, is David bit? Doesn't look like it. He's winding in though. No, he's not. Once again, you can take sheephead if you're fishing from land right now, but not from a boat. That will open up on March the 1st, just a little bit longer. Can't believe we've already gone through 2 months here in 25, but this year is just flying by. So once again, sculpin, whitefish, been pretty good here along the Southern California coast. I see some nice sculpin down there at Dana Wharf. I see them up there out of San Pedro, and I'm skipping over landings, Oceanside, Long Beach, whatever, Marina Del Rey. They're all catching whitefish and sculpin right now. Great eating fish, no doubt about that. Now, the Native Sun is back on their halibut run here this morning. They go Wednesday through Sunday out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. They are focused on halibut, but they will throw some bass and sculpin on there. There's some incidental catches. And once again, they do twilight fishing on Friday and Saturday nights, and they're principally focused on, most of the time, bigger sand bass is what they're after, structure fishing with fluorocarbon, a lead head, and squid. 40-pound is what you want to use when you're doing that. So hopefully that local halibut bite will pick up a little bit. It's been slow here for 10 days or so. It hadn't been all that great. We could bank on between 6 and 12 halibut on one of the runs here about 2 weeks ago on a regular basis, but here recently it's been like a couple of halibut. We'll see how that goes. Drop that fluorocarbon down to 20 to 25 pound, and I would fish anywhere from a 4 ounce to 12 ounce torpedo sinker, number 1 J hook, number 6 treble hook, and you should be in good shape. We'll see how they do. It looks like a pretty nice ocean, and it's going to get just nicer as we go through this week. I'm sure they'll be sold out on the weekend, but you might want to think about Thursday and Friday because it's going to get even nicer as we go along. Hopefully they'll come up with some more fish. There's been a few halibut down out of San Diego, as well as the, sculpin and whitefish. And San Diego-based boats, if they want, if they leave in the early morning hours, can hang a left and go down into Mexican waters and fish for rockfish. They are all open down there for rockfish, so that is something to keep in mind. All right, so that's what we're doing here at Catalina Island. We've been scratching out a few halibut. The gale force had 7 halibut the other day, and they, I think, released over 20 shorts, so they had a whole bunch of short fish, a lot of action. Hopefully we'll see even more of that. So we're watching Cat very closely for you. Just a reminder that you can visit Chris from Colder Ice at the PCS show. Colder Ice. All you do is sprinkle a little bit on top of your ice, and it will reduce the temperature by 20 degrees and make your ice last so much longer. Visit Chris at your Saltwater Guides booth. That is Dave Hansen. Say hi to Dave. Say hi to Chris. Pick up your Colder Ice at the PCS show, and say hi to Chris for me. Don't forget, also, is Dave on a fish? I don't know. Kind of walking over here now. I'm starting to think not, but he had a bend in his rod there for a moment. Up there, Ventura sport fishing. I'm looking to see. No, I don't think so. Okay. Ventura sport fishing. They're getting ready for the season. It's right around the corner. Rock fishing in the Channel Islands is fantastic. And the Island Spirit does such a great job. And if you book before April 1st, any trip, they'll knock 20% off. That's right. You can knock 20% off. You want to go in July, August, September, October, get your calendar out, plan your fishing trips with the Island Spirit up there out of Ventura. Book before April 1st and you'll save 20%. Give Saul a call at 805-676-3474 at Ventura Sport Fishing. Make sure you, man, if you see Saul, give him a hug, but definitely say hi to him. He's a great, hard-working guy. I love that guy. And, of course, Captain Daniel Hadaway on the Island Spirit. We're going to have several trips with him this year. It is going to be a lot of fun. I am looking forward to the season up there out of my favorite place to fish in the Channel Islands, Ventura Sport Fishing. We always have a super great time with them. Let's talk about the Southern California surf. I can't tell you it's wide open here because David's back there not catching anything. Heck, we've only been here a few minutes, but we've seen a few perch scratched out from time to time. Our good friend, Wayne Shimabukuro. Wayne likes to fish with the high tide boys. Got to get them over here one of these days. I'd love to see them on February the 23rd. But they're down there around Bolsa Chica scratching out some barred perch. Last time I heard from Wayne down that way, he said, nothing wide open, just scratching a few perch. So that seems to be what we have been doing here recently. A few perch here and there. Colder water is going to bring out the barred perch, and that's going up from below the Mexican border to right on up to Ventura, and above there, there's some pretty good barred perch fishing going on. David said he was fishing bait this morning. That's a good thing to do in the winter time. You can catch fish on the lures, and for this February 23rd here on the beach, I would definitely go to Big Fish Bait and Tackle on the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway and pick up some bait. Get your 10% discount when you mention Friedman Adventures. It's very, very important. Make sure you do that and bring some bait. But, you know, you could get bit on a chrome jig like a crocodile or a Castmaster. Something like that can be really effective on halibut and yellowfin croaker. Good morning, Lupe. How's it going? Thought you were going to sneak by there, didn't you? That's Lupe. She's wonderful. She walks these beaches, cleans up some of the trash, and just does a lot of beach combing here. So once again, pick up some bait like Dave did, and hopefully we'll see a little bit better bite. We have a magical scenario on February the 23rd here, and that is sunrise with a high tide. Now that's kind of going on right now. So again, if you can get here at 6:30, I highly recommend you do it. You might even get here at 6 because then you can get set up. But when you get here, set up and get your line in the water. I know everybody likes to chat and, you know, lollygag around a little bit, but you want to get in the water during that really critical time period. High tide, sunrise, those are magical times. So some pretty good fishing here along the beach. There's nothing wide open. Once in a while you'll catch a corbina. Those are a warmer water species. Once in a while you will catch a halibut. We're hoping for that on February the 23rd. Incidentally, if you haven't seen the Benji Kim podcast I just did with Benji, you want to listen to that because he's full of knowledge and he will talk to you about the best way to catch a halibut or two here in the SoCal surf. All right, so there you have it. Surf fishing. Make sure you visit Big Fish Bait and Tackle. They are fantastic. This ocean's looking pretty darn good to me. We'll see if we can come up with some halibut or anything else. And again, Independence, we're going down there on a 5-day trip here in late April. That's going to be a lot of fun. All right, my friends, I didn't lose my coffee cup. Will miracles never cease? Let me get up the beach here. All right, that over-under looks like you guys who put all your ducats on the under are going to cash in here this morning. Listen, it's always great to be with you. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the shares. Thanks for all you do for Friedman Adventures. And you know, man, if I don't see you down here on February the 23rd, I'll be heartbroken. But if I don't, I hope to see you somewhere else really, really soon. Check out the Catalina Island video right now. That was a lot of fun. Taking the express over to the island and fishing from the island. We had an absolute ball. Check that out, and I'll see you soon, my friends. Take care.